That's all right. You can pay me when we're done. All right, so let's look at this shot here. So this is probably your worst of the shots I recorded,
Yeah.
as far as finish. Okay, and that's just kind of pulling your swing around a little bit too hard. And I think it kind of starts. You're still kind of forceful with that push sometimes, where you're kind of lock.
Okay.
Okay, but even if we go in slow motion, when I hold that ball steady through step one, right there, just a hair bit of motion. Okay, and right there is that kind of locking. It's not as, I mean, you used to really kind of snap
Yeah.
it, so that's already a little bit smoother, um, and not a bad ball position. Okay, well, with your high backswing, definitely center the ball just below the belt or so.
Okay.
Okay, so that's not bad. We can kind of smooth that push out a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of ease it out a little bit. If we go to the next step, it falls right into the swing. Okay, even here, that's a lot of ball motion on one step, which tells me you're starting to pull it, and I think that's why your body's starting to go over. Okay. Also, if you start to pull the weight backward, that third step can get a little bit small. Okay. If we go back, and I notice this, sometimes that first step gets a little bit big. That one's not too bad. I'll show you the next one got a little bit bigger. Okay.
I think with the Guinness is getting used to muscle memory, how far it's supposed to be.
Right. To you, it's going to feel like a half a step.
Okay.
Okay. Even here, kind of a high swing. I don't know. I don't want you to have a low swing, but that's a lot of ball motion, like from waist or belt level on two to all the way up there. Okay. The example I used for you last time, I'm going to use it again just because I think it's a great example of steel smith, where you guys will be about the same position on step two as far as ball height. The difference is he doesn't lock. Center ball just below the belt, but notice he's not quite locked.
Yeah.
Okay. Now in the next step, in fact, let's go back. We'll go to each step here just so you can see this better. So right there, you're both done with that back step. Okay. So in effect, your ball's out more because you're locked.
Yeah.
Okay. Ball height, pretty similar. Yours might be an inch or two higher, very close though. Okay.
I just need to be maybe just hold it more.
It's gonna, well, and what might happen is, again, if I go back, you snuck that out just a hair right at the end of step one before the foot actually moved forward. If we clean that up, maybe you don't have time to go out as far.
Sure.
Okay. Or you would just think kind of smoother three-quarter push, not full
Yeah.
push.
Exactly.
Okay. So if you look at the center of the ball, that's right about belt level with you. His is probably just a hair below the belt, so we're talking 2 inches, very minor. If we go to the next step, we'll get that toe just touching. So now it's about a whole ball.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, size of the step, comparable. If anything, yours might be a hair shorter, but it's close. Okay, which means your ball moved more than his.
Yeah.
It was up a couple inches one step ago. Now it's a ball, so you had more ball motion. That's you starting to pull. That's why your body starts going over. Okay, so it's gonna be three-quarter push, relax. Three-quarter push, relax. Okay, and it's very deceiving with you because you're smooth, so it doesn't look like you're pulling hard. But when you see it that way, you pulled.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, the more you pull, the higher it goes. So now you can really see. Look how much steeper your arm got.
Yeah.
Okay, and the bad thing about that is now it makes you later coming to the finish. The more higher it goes, the longer it takes to come back down. So with him, if we get to this other point in time we can look at it, so when that slide foot kind of gets even with the nose, back arm is parallel. Your ball is, in fact, I went one too far. Your ball is still up higher. So you're actually later now, which is going to make you pull it to end up in time.
It's all
Yep,
practice wise.
exactly. And this is your worst position. I filmed two more, and that was better. But when that happens and you feel that, you just got too aggressive and pulled your string around too hard.
Sure.
And that's where you. I never want you to be slow and careful. You want to be a little bit more athletic and fluid. Okay, instead of aggressive. There's a difference between athletic and fluid and athletic and muscled.
Of course.
Okay, and obviously we're not going to see that with him. Okay, push away. It's just a little bit smaller motion, and it's just more relaxed with the upper body. Kind of letting it swing. You're more making it.
Yeah.
Okay. And that being, I almost feel bad picking on you because it is better than last time I saw you.
No, it's all good.
Okay. So just a little bit too aggressive, especially in that second half. So record two more, you got your balance right back. You felt it, so then you just kind of were a little bit smoother on these. Okay. Here's another one. Again, you had your balance right back. So that's good that you kind of felt like, okay, I overdid that one. And then you backed off right here. And if you overdo it, you're going to overthrow it. It's not going to be the lane the same. Okay.
It definitely was worse.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Okay. That's what we want more consistently, obviously. Okay. And see, that's not even as high in that step as the one you overdid it. Backswing, I still went up. I don't want it low, but I don't want you to yank it around.
Yeah.
Okay. So even there, it's still a little bit late coming into the finish.
Sure.
Okay. So we might do a couple where we kind of fake yourself out, and a lot of it is just faking yourself out. You can't reason with muscles that don't think. I might do a couple where you feel like it's a lower backswing. Did we do that in Reno?
We did, and
Okay.
I've been trying to practice that
Yeah.
on different days as well.
Yeah.
Try to stay loose and fluid, and
Yeah.
try to stay in this position.
Right.
I've been trying to think, stay more perfect
Correct.
and upright.
And I think when you go over, and you can see that spine tilt is fine. You go over a little bit more abruptly than you should, right there. But that's where you're starting to pull it. If you pull that ball backward, your body goes over. So the body is not so much the issue; it's the pulling causing the body. So again, if a brain trick. If you think you're going to do some shots with the backswing not above your waist, it'll still be above your head, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, for sure.
But it's a kind of a brain trick where your body thinks, well, if you want it lower, I can't pull so hard, so I won't pull so hard.
Yeah.
The
I
less you
think
pull up, the
I
less you
think
pull
that's
down.
what I did some of these shots too. I was like, dude, I gotta be stay my arms a little lower, make
Yeah,
sure I stay perfect.
exactly. Yep. So you're not way off at all. Let's go to back view. Now this one here is a pretty good one footwork wise. So this is one of the best ones. In fact, I'm going to go to the side view one here just to show you. And even in real time motion, watch step two. You can see how that kind of overcrossed. Okay. Now this one here, I think you knew I was going to record this. So this is a good one. That's not bad. Okay. You are in your best behavior.
System.
I know.
I know it's a problem though. Compared to my 1-2, I had those friggin' cargo shorts on my bird legs. I'm like,
Right.
I watched that video.
I remember that.
I'm like, Jesus, you could see the
Yeah. That's funny. I remember that.
it's still there.
That's not too bad. And to be honest, part of what that makes it look like it's overcrossing is if I mark your left heel right here, so it's kind of on that board right there. Okay. If we go back to your setup, you actually went a little bit to the right, just about a board or so on step one.
And that's me thinking, step right.
See that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if that first step had been straight, that's perfect. And even that's not bad. That's absolutely fine. I would not want that second step any more left than that.
Okay.
Okay, but that's a good one. Way better than when I saw you last time. Absolutely, okay? So just a lot straighter, okay? And you would always first work on the first couple, then kind of see what happens with three, okay? So go a little bit left on three, which is not terrible mistake or anything. You know, from start to finish, just a couple of board drift to the right. That's a lot better than what we saw in Reno.
And then, I mean,
Okay.
the more I practice it, I think the easier it's getting. But
Yep.
it's eventually gonna. I can tell sometimes when it's really good.
Right.
I can tell my slider when it's parallel.
Right,
Right.
exactly. Yep,
Damn, I guess I threw that one good.
correct. Swing looks good. No issue with that.
tell.
Okay.
I'm definitely not as steep as I was last year.
Correct. I agree. Finish is good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and a big part of getting better is kind of recognizing, like most most bowlers, most of our feel is at the foul line.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of seeing if you feel kind of wild at the foul line, you were wild in your swing before that, causing the wildness at the foul line. You know, the more you recognize, okay, I felt that, I need to calm this down.
Yeah.
It takes care of what you felt at the foul line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like you said, my biggest thing is 2 and 3 because if
Yep.
2 and 3 are good, 4 is gonna be okay.
Yep. Okay. Hand motion release should look fine. Hand position is good there. Hand position is good there. Little rotation, right through the ball. Very nice. Okay. I think any extra body motion we see here is because of the pulling up. See that head motion right there? That's pulling down because you pulled up. So we can just even smooth that out a little bit more. Okay. But that's fine. Okay. So these are like little fine tuning tweaks. But it does make a difference in consistent ball motion, consistent ball reaction.
You fix the small stuff, it's gonna help the big stuff.
Exactly right. Yep. Okay. But much better than Reno even. So that's good. Okay. All right, let's stop recording here. Even next year, is that what you said? Do you know where you're going yet?
No,
Uh,
no clue. You might be stuck with me, and you